What's going on, folks? It's Braz here. Alright, this is our first video in a while that we put out on YouTube, but we wanted to get back into some more time to play. So here's some Battlefield 4 team deathmatch that I went through on one of our streaming nights over on Twitch. Just this last night, Wednesday night, we do go live. I'll put the schedule up towards the end of this video, but yeah, we're going live now every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch TV / One Life to Play. That's where we'll be doing our gameplays and maybe just talking, shooting shit. But yeah, this was just one of the matches. This was actually one of the positive matches I had on Battlefield 4 for PS4 last night. So enjoy that. I did want to kind of like rant about something because I'm kind of confused about the whole situation. This whole thing with Xbox One or Microsoft paying machinima YouTube broadcasters or YouTube creators an incentive or bonus for talking up the Xbox One, but not being allowed to say anything about it. It's going all over the internet here about exactly where it all stemmed from, whether it was Microsoft or Machinima who decided to tell their creators and advertisers, in a sense, not to talk about the agreement that was made between, I guess, Machinima and Microsoft. So the whole idea was you can talk about Xbox One play, Xbox One gameplay, and talk up the games, and then tag the video with a specific code, and they could track the video and give you a $3 CPM incentive based on how many views that video got. And the entire contract was kind of global across. I believe it was once it hit 1.25 million views, then the campaign, so to speak, was over. But there was also speak in the email that was given to the YouTube creators of Machinima, saying that you can't talk about the agreement itself. You can't talk about you being incentivized for talking up Microsoft Xbox One, but you needed to talk about Xbox One in order to receive the incentive. Also, in some other documents that came out, showed that you weren't, as a YouTube creator, still, I would think it's your channel, it's your opinion, you should be able to say what you want, but in this particular agreement, in this particular campaign, there was no room, there was a restriction on any disparaging comments about Microsoft, Machinima, Xbox One, or its games. So I think that's just telling them exactly what to do. It's telling them, talk good about the games, and if you don't talk good about the games, you're not getting an incentive. And if you want an incentive, tag it with this, talk good about the games, don't tell anybody that you're getting an incentive, and bada bing, bada boom, you get paid. Now, the thing that made it a big deal about not, or saying that, don't tell anybody about the incentive, was there's a clause in the FCC, I guess, dialogue that says that you have to disclose any sort of relationship you have for paid advertisement or paid sponsorship in regards to stating anything about a product or a service that you're getting an incentive for to speak about. Whether you speak negatively about it or positively about it, and solely either side, it still needs to be disclosed. And by telling creators that they shouldn't do that, it's actually a breach of FCC rules. So I guess that's what the big hoopla came to be about, and many documents have been presented now about whether who was to blame for it. Was it Microsoft in setting the campaign up with Machinima, or was it Machinima in its delivery of the campaign to its YouTube creators? Now, I haven't had a chance to search YouTube, because there's a specific tag you had to put into your YouTube video in order for it to be caught up and counted in this campaign. And there's a whole tag search that you can do through the YouTube keyword tool. You can find these videos, and I have to do that sometime because I would be interested in seeing how any machinima creator actually presented themselves to be talking about this Xbox One and everything, you know, that's great about it without giving any sort of negative or disparaging remarks or comments. So that would be kind of interesting. But at the same time, what I think is more interesting is that, you know, it's this huge deal to everyone that this was kind of tried. They try to keep it, you know, hush hush that this was happening, but doesn't everyone already know that kind of stuff happens? I mean, it happens out there. I'm not saying, you know, it's you know, widespread, but it does happen, and I think you can kind of tell when that kind of stuff happens, and it's really up to, you know, the viewer or the reader to determine whether or not, you know, they're being, you know, exposed to something that, you know, was paid only to, you know, talk positively about any product or service, and then you know, you take it or leave it from there. But when a user or a reader decides that, well, I mean, a viewer or a reader decides that, you know, I'm going to take this guy's opinion, whether it's good or bad, and I mean, that's kind of building that channel. And if someone has built a channel like, you know, Machinima or Full Screen creators too, I'm part of Full Screen. When they create a channel and they build an audience, then at the same time, that audience comes to them to listen to what their thoughts and opinions are. So then the question is raised, you know, are you selling yourself out if you decide that, you know, as a machinima creator, you received that, you know, the invitation to do this campaign, and you actually did it because you thought Xbox One was really that good? What do your viewers think now, because this is now all out in the open? And I think that's really where we have to think now. And I wonder where this is going to go from this point, because, I mean, just this allegation of Microsoft, and then after that, you got this allegation now of EA did the same thing, and then you got another allegation that what's the other company did the same thing. But I know EA is now in a whole mix of paying for, you know, positive reviews on YouTube. So I don't know where you know, you can draw the line in saying that, you know, you should talk about it, you should disclose it, or should you not even worry about who's paying who for any sort of content that YouTube creators are creating. If you are worried about who you're paying this creator to make, you know, this particular statement or you know, promote this particular product or service, then I don't think you're watching that creator for the same purpose that, you know, I'm watching a lot of the YouTube channels that I do. You know, I'm watching for their opinion. And, you know, here at One Like to Play and myself, and when we make videos, we're thinking that we're making these videos because this is something that we're interested in, and we're going to give our honest, you know, opinion about that. If we give our opinion and we never say anything negative, then now, because all this is coming to light, is that put every YouTube creator that's out there, you know, under the microscope and saying, well, how much you paid to really like what you actually do like? So I see this not just stopping here. I think this is going to continue to grow, and we're going to find that there's a lot of practices that are done on YouTube and even in mass media that don't really align to what we believe we should be watching or viewing when we're looking at free content on the web, that we're only susceptible to seeing maybe a 10-second ad or a 30-second ad if it's you know, a video that's in such length or something. But at the same time, when you have a video where something's just being hyped constantly behind it, and it's only being done because they're paid to and not because they truly feel that way about it, then I think that really muddies the waters. And when we get muddier waters, then obviously we're going to get a lot of viewers and followers and audiences that just kind of feel like, you know, they've been kind of gypped in some way. But this is really only coming out on the video game side. I'd be really interested to know where it falls on the entire realm of entertainment. You know, from movies to comic books to books, things like that. So even down to TV shows. So I don't think this just, you know, kind of stays inside of what's occurring now with Microsoft and Machinima in video games, but it kind of will end up spilling out into the entire mass of entertainment, and we'll see a lot of that, you know, coming up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure, you know, later this year or maybe even for the entire year, especially now that with the PS4 and Xbox One streaming, recording gameplay, posting to YouTube has come a lot more prevalent in the gaming society, and a lot more people are doing it. It's a lot more easier to do. So you're gonna see people like Microsoft and EA testing the waters, trying to find new ways to get their name and their game out there. And maybe this is a way, but at the same time, I don't think people are liking how it's kept stealth and, you know, behind closed doors. And if it comes to light, then it still puts a lot of things into question. So we'll see what happens with it. Other than that, I do want to hear what you guys think about the subject, what you guys have read, or what you guys have found, and where do you stand on it? Do you think that maybe YouTube creators shouldn't get paid at all for anything that the video is actually about, and only get paid for ads that show up at the end, in between, or at the beginning of their videos? Or can a YouTube creator actually make some money just, you know, spending 15 minutes talking about, you know, one product, if they so are so inclined to sign an agreement or to enter into a partnership with a company not to make any disparaging remarks, then, you know, so be it. And will you still watch somebody who is that fully sponsored and in any other term, just bought out? So let us know your comments down below, even on our website, onelifetoplay.com, where you can watch all our videos on YouTube in a nice, neatly little format. Make sure you check out our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter too. It's at onelifetoplay. You'll see all that posted up there. And make sure you guys subscribe if you like the videos, like the content. We'll be doing a lot more now that we did receive our HDMI splitter, so now we can record our gameplay and keep it in our little organized way to where we can release a lot of content, you know, as we see fit, instead of just sticking to what the PS4 allows us to do. So we appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Watch our other videos. Let us know what you think. We're always here to listen out to you guys. If you guys want to email the show, which is live every Thursday night on Twitch TV, /OneLifeToPlay at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can email us at info@onelifetoplay.com. You can even call the show toll free at 877-505-LIFE during the times that we're live. Again, that's 9 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/OneLifeToPlay. Again, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, pretty much all over the place. So make sure you get over to onelifetoplay.com to find out how you can get involved in the show and on our forums. Enjoy the gameplay. Until next time, long live gaming.